Got a little late night, or not late night, but later night tuning. I've got Tom's car back here. We did some simple and not so simple upgrades to it to get it ready. He's trying to runs this car in the 11.0 class, and now that class is now a 10.0 class. So he had to pick it up a little bit. So we're doing a few things, see how these first few round of mods go, and see where we need to go from there. This has the Magnuson supercharger on this one. And we, this time, we pulled it down from the, I think it had a 3.2, and we went down to a 305, which is the smallest you can fit. Dusty installed this tank for the extra cooling capacity, and it works really good. And that's pretty much it. Oh, we also installed a super damper, as it was not very happy. The stock balancer on here was wobbling pretty good. And so as a speed density car, has a small PCM cam, Kooks headers, and Kooks mufflers. And we have two good dyno videos, one from the back and one with the intake off, which, just as an FYI, we'll show that dyno graph too. It didn't really pick up much at all. Adding some timing actually helped a lot more than that. So anyways, this car came in. Previously, we'd already tuned it on the street and on the dyno. Last time I was here, it made 662 and 575. Today we're rocking out at 717 and 621. So really good gains all over, especially if you look here in the middle. That's always, the spot where you're going to be at the most. But it went from 581 to 630, so that's right at 50 and 50 foot-pounds of torque. So pretty happy with that. This one run I'm going to show you guys here next is when we're in the middle of tuning, before we started adding a little timing, because this thing's only making like 10 to 11 pounds of boost at the peak. So this is before we added the timing, but I did want to show these two runs here. It actually lost 6 horsepower and 8 foot-pounds of torque. IETs being really similar. So that just goes to show that having an open throttle body looks cool and all, but you need something really to straighten up that air coming in there. There you go. There you go. There's where we finaled at 717 and 621 foot-pounds. So again, I appreciate it. We appreciate all the feedback and support. The channel's been growing pretty good lately. Let's get you a little cold start. Oh yeah. Also wanted to note this car had the high flow Kooks on there. They were not very happy, and they actually came apart. So that sounds a little bit differently than it used to. It's not a bad sound. It's still got mid resonators, Kooks mufflers. So overall, still got a great sound and runs good. So we just had to get rid of those because they were actually falling apart and causing some high RPM misfire issues. So I think we've talked about that in the past, but if you're ever fighting a misfire issue and everything looks good on the ignition side, definitely check out the exhaust. If you have a restriction in there somewhere and you are unable to figure it out, it could very well be something in the exhaust clogged or broken apart, because boost is hard on exhaust, especially catalytic converters. These are were the high flow Kooks, but they didn't hold up either. So anyways, I appreciate it very much. Until next time.